But the biggest thing with breathing and expanding the rib cage upward is the top seams of our shoulders. You don't have to even care in the slightest to even want to try to care about clothing. It's the only thing physically placed on your physical body. And gravity's got the same effect on it that it does on your body, okay? We place clothing on top of our shoulders. We call these clothing items tops. As gravity's pulling down, there's still only one position. The diaphragms of the neck will pull the rib cage from those top couple ribs up, in, and it's up and back. The scalenes connect from the upper ribs to the cervical spine, and the angle they pull up on is up and back. The shoulders connect to the base of the rear of the skull, which is behind the rib cage, to the degree that it is, behind the center line, front to back of the rib cage for sure. Because the scapulas, or those big bones, the shoulder blades on our upper back, always sit behind the rib cage. And just the shape of the individual bones and how the cartilage of the ribs, when I say the shape of the individual bones, I mean of the rib cage, but also the cartilage is connecting to the front, not to the rear, quite the same. And so the motion in the rib cage is more coming from the front than it is from the rear. And as that happens, that just straightens our body up more vertically on Earth's gravity, and that just reinforces pushing our shoulders back. And they're not being pushed back, but that reinforces our shoulders being into a position that's more behind our bodies, the straighter up we stand. The straighter up we stand, meaning the more we expand our rib cage vertically. There's only one way the human body could ever work. It's impossible to train the human body in any way to get it to do anything, but something as simple as like a full breath, you'll never train breath work. It's impossible. You'll never get enough of what's not for you. You can keep doing it, but there's a neutral. It's impossible to train to a neutral. I mean, you've got full expansion and contraction in any position of anything you're doing in your body. If it's working all together, I mean, unless you're really, really straining it at a, just seen with context. I mean, the body is designed by God to work. It just has to work, or it doesn't. And so the only thing about clothing is don't let it alter your body. We're not going to be selling some kind of miracle clothing we have a claim about under In the Image Clothing Company. Our clothing will never get your body to do anything. Our clothing under In the Image Clothing Company, it will never help your body with anything. That's impossible. The body works the best if it was never altered at all. That's our only focus, our only reason, our whole point with selling clothing, which we always will once we start doing. As of today's date, the 3rd of March 2026, we don't have clothing available yet under In the Image Clothing Company for the human being, or dog products under In the Image Clothing Company for the dogs, clothing, if you will, for dogs, like collars, leashes, harnesses, similar things like this placed onto a dog is clothing the dog. We could never possibly have clothing benefit our bodies. The best benefit is don't put anything on your body. Don't put anything on your body at all. God designed it to work. Don't put anything on it. Let it function. But we need to wear clothing. We need to stay modest. We need to stay safe from the elements. Excessive heat. It's like sunburns, sandstorms, excessive cold. There's all the things that we do with clothing to wear it to protect our bodies, and it's amazing. But you could never have clothing help your body with something. Your body's going to work the best, just unaltered, with nothing on it, just free moving, just able to fully lift the shoulders and expand the rib cage to get a full breath, or able to fully reach down, lower. Either end of the neutral, the body's just designed by God to work. And the only reason we are a clothing company is just to really give information as one of the big things on what's happening if clothing's not allowing your body to work. Our slogan here under In the Image Clothing Company's main side, but then also we will be selling clothing, just to have it be as minimal, light, simplistic, as I say, right, brandless on the exterior, because it's not about our clothing company, it's about allowing the body to work. Just do everything clothing, so ideally we can just do everything that we can do in our own individualistic situations. We'll never be able to get some kind of clothing design to benefit us. It's about minimizing it as much as we can, simplifying it as much as we can, allowing it to stay centered, fit correct, and be made in all the ways we can from the only thing that's actually there: natural materials. There's your sales pitch from the founder of In the Image Clothing Company, me, Evan Strong, on the 3rd of March, 2026. Meaning it's not a sales pitch. We don't have any kind of breakthrough. It's God's design. We just allow God's design of the human being to work by altering it as little as possible, ideally never at all. And there you go. We've just got so many things in modern day, whatever modern day you're in, it's only going to get more unnatural as time progresses. It's just what it is. And these things are altering our bodies, unnatural, artificial, synthetic, and just imbalances in so many ways, you know? So anyway, there's a lot to this. There's a lot of things that we do under In the Image Clothing Company, but there you go. The focus with this video really is, as the shoulders come up, where are they going to go? If we have tops placed on them, they are going to go the exact location the seams of the top are placed, on top of our shoulders. That's the phrasing I say: shoulders follow shoulder seams. If we've got seams behind our shoulders where they need to be, just right behind the peak of the shoulders, evenly on both sides of the body, evenly, hear that correct, then as we lift our shoulders up, with our shoulders only ever working behind our head, they'll just be able to keep going up that way. Gravity's pulling the clothing down. Ideally, the clothing's as light as we can get it, really, truly, you know, just for the least effect on our bodies. But as we expand the rib cage, the shoulders almost have this emphasis being on going behind our bodies even more. Okay, the ribs connecting from the spine, coming up to the front, the cartilage from the ribs to the center line of the body in the front at the sternum expand, and that straightens our spine. Emphasizing our shoulders coming up when they connect to the rear of the base of our skull. This is just me like wrapping up the information in this video. And there you go. Diaphragms of the neck. As the diaphragms of the neck, the scalenes, pull these upper ribs up, they pull back to the spine. This just farther back, front to back in the human body from their low end insertion at the upper ribs, because they're coming to the cervical spine. And, well, the back side of the ribs is the spine, and the front side of the ribs is the sternum. The top end of the insertion of the scalenes is the spine, which would be essentially the back side of the ribs, even though the cervical spine is curving forward at that point. Once you get above the ribs, the spine of the neck curves forward. Still, the angle the scalenes or the diaphragms of the neck pull up in is up and back, from the front to the back, essentially. From the front of these top of the ribs, up and back. Just meaning they're not on the very, very front of the ribs, but they're forward more at the low end than they are at the high end. And they're pulling up and back, expanding the rib cage. And there you go. So